Good morning, children. Welcome to English class. We were doing lesson 4 on a beam of light. In today's class, we'll do the grammar part of the lesson, which consists of pronouns. Now we have already revised pronouns, children. Let us give a quick recap. So what are pronouns? Pronouns are the words that take the place of noun. We can use a pronoun instead of a noun. So what is a noun, children? Noun is the name of anything. It can be the name of a person, name of an animal, name of a thing, or name of a place. So all the nouns are the names. Names are called as nouns. So in the place of these names, if we use some other word, that's called as a pronoun. You can look at the pictures. Girl. Girl is the name. So that's a noun. Now in the place of girl, if I use she, S-H-E, she, that is a pronoun. So pronoun is the word which is used in place of a noun. Similarly, boy. Boy is a noun. In place of noun, if I say he, H-E, he. So he is a pronoun. Dog. Dog is an animal. It's a noun. In place of dog, if I say it, I-T, it. So that's a pronoun. Singers. Singers are a group of people who sing. That's a noun. In place of singers, if I say they, T-H-E-Y, they. So they is a pronoun. Did you understand? So pronouns are the words which are used in place of nouns. So why do we need to use pronouns, children? What is the importance of a pronoun? Let us look at the right side of the picture. Here is a paragraph given. Sam is sick. Sam called doctors. Sam's mother is worried. Sam's mother called Sam's uncle. Sam's uncle is a surgeon. Now here, children, the highlighted word Sam is the noun. So you can see in the paragraph, Sam is repeated again and again and again. Sam is sick. Sam called doctors. Sam is worried. Everywhere the noun is repeated. So what happens when a noun is repeated again and again? It makes the reading very uncomfortable or clumsy. It doesn't look good to read out. So to make the reading very presentable and very good, pronouns are used. So in the beginning of the sentence, noun is used and the rest of the sentences follow the pronouns. So that is how the second paragraph is given. Let us read it out. Sam is sick. He called doctors. His mother is worried. She called his uncle, who's a surgeon. Now you can see, children, in the first sentence, Sam is sick. So Sam is the noun. So the beginning of the sentence contains the noun. Rest all of the sentence are continued with a pronoun. He, his, she, his, who. So when we read the sentences using pronouns, that makes the sentences simple, understandable and good to read. Did you understand about pronouns? There are different kinds of pronouns, children. But in today's class, we are going to learn about 3 kinds of pronouns. The first one is personal pronoun. So what does the word personal mean, children? You all know personal is which is specific for that person, which is specific for that thing or object. So personal pronouns talk about that person only, talk about that object only, or talk about that animal only, talk about that thing only, that belongs to that person's information only. That is called a personal pronoun. Here personal pronouns can be based on gender, It can be about male and female. It can be about numbers. It can be about animals and things. Let us look at the examples. He went to the market. Now he went to the market. He is the personal pronoun here. So I am talking about he. Who went to the market? He. So the information is about him only. So he, him, his, all these are personal pronouns. They give information about that person or about that object itself. She is doing the laundry. She is a personal pronoun. It gives the information about the person, the specific person or that particular object. List of personal pronouns are given. I, you, he, she, it, me, him, her. These are singular pronouns. Plural are we, you, they, us, them. So these are all called as personal pronouns which talk about a particular object or a person. This is the next kind of pronouns, possessive pronouns. So what are possessive pronouns? We have already revised these things. A possessive pronoun is a pronoun that is used to indicate possession or ownership. So when you say something is yours, it belongs to you, then the pronoun which you use, that is called possessive pronoun. You can see the examples. This pen is my pen. So my pen, pen is a noun. In place of noun, I am using the word mine, M-I-N-E, mine. So mine is a possessive pronoun. This pen is mine. So that means it belongs to me. It cannot be anyone else's. That is possessive pronoun. This pen is mine, not yours. So mine, yours. They show that something belongs to that person only. That is called as possessive pronoun. There are examples. This is the list of possessive pronouns, children. These are few possessive pronouns. Mine, yours, his, hers, ours, yours, theirs. These are few possessive pronouns. Examples are, this is my laptop. It is mine. So it belongs to me. It is my property. So that shows possession of something, belonging to someone. They are possessive pronouns. So mine is a possessive pronoun. Yours. These glasses are mine, not yours. So yours is a possessive pronoun. His. This is my brother's book. It is his. So that book belongs to him. It cannot be anyone else's. So his is a possessive pronoun. Hers. He offered to snap his camera for hers. He offered to swap his camera for hers. Hers is a possessive pronoun. Ours. I'll show you to your room. Ours is next door. Ours is a possessive pronoun. Yours. The house is yours. So yours is a possessive pronoun. Theirs. The ship is theirs. Theirs is a possessive pronoun. Did you all understand? Possessive pronoun is a pronoun used to show possession, ownership or belonging. This is the third kind of pronoun, demonstrative pronoun. So demonstration is something which is practically shown. Now demonstrative pronouns are the pronouns, children, which show or which indicate whether the objects or the people or whatever may be, whether the pronouns are near to us or far to us. So whenever you get an indication of something very near to you or far to you, that's a demonstrative pronoun. So how will we know something is near or far? That is using these four demonstrative pronouns. What are they? This, that, these, those. Let me tell you once again, children. This, that, these, those. These are the 4 demonstrative pronouns, children. They show how near an object is or a person is, or how far an object is or a person is. This object, thing or person nearby you. So, when something is near to you, you call it as this pen. So, that is near to you. So, you are telling this pen. That is singular. If it is plural, these pens. So, the pens which are near to you, these pens. In the same way, if something is far away from you, you call it as that pen. So, the pen is not near to you. It's somewhere in the next room or far away from you. So, use the demonstrative pronoun that pen. If it's plural, those pens. The pens which are far away from you, and in plural number, those pens. So, this, that, these, those are the 4 demonstrative pronouns which show how near an object is or how far an object is. These, objects, things or people nearby you. That, objects, things or persons far from you. Those, objects, things or people far from you. Did you understand, children? Now this example will make the demonstrative pronouns very clear to you. Look at the pictures. In the first picture, the apple is very close to the person and it's single. Only one apple is there. So, when it's near, we use the possessive pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, this. When it's singular in number and it's near to you, the demonstrative pronoun used is this. So, the sentence will be, this is an apple. Suppose the apple is near to you and it is not singular. It is more than one. You can see 3 apples over here. Then you use the demonstrative pronoun these. T-H-E-S-E. So plural demonstrative pronoun is these are apples. So this and these refer to near objects. These are 2 demonstrative pronouns. Now the third picture, the apple is far away from the person and it is only one apple over there. So the demonstrative pronoun used is that is an apple. T-H-A-T. So that shows it is far away from the person. So that is a singular demonstrative person. That is a singular demonstrative pronoun. Next picture, the apples are far away from the person and also they are more than one. That is, they are plurals. So, to show this, the demonstrative pronoun used is those. T-H-O-S-E. Those are apples. So, that and those are the demonstrative pronouns which show the far of the object. If the object is far away, that and those are the demonstrative pronouns used. If the objects are near, this and these are the demonstrative pronouns used. In the previous class, children, we have learnt about subject, verb and object. Let us give a quick recap to that. Here is a sentence, I cleaned the car. I cleaned the car. So, I is the subject, cleaned is the verb, the car is the object. So, what is the subject? Subject is the doer of the action. Who is doing the action? That is called subject. So, who is doing the cleaning part? I. So, I is the subject. What is object? Object, the car. So, object is the receiver of the action. Who is getting the action done to himself? That is the object. So, who is receiving this cleaning work? The car is being cleaned. So, car is the object. What is cleaned? Clean is an action. Action words are called as verbs. So subject is the doer of the action. Who does the action? That is subject. Object is the receiver of the action. What is being cleaned? The car. So that is the object. And verb is the action involved in the work. So you're clear with subject, verb and object. Now if you look at the sentence, children, subject always comes before the verb. Observe it. You find subject always before the verb. Whereas object is always after the verb. Now look at few more examples. The boy hit the ball. Who is doing the action? The boy. That's the subject. What is the action? Hitting something. That's the verb. Who is receiving the action? The ball. That's the object. I think you all are clear with it. As we have discussed in the previous slide, subject always comes before the verb. He likes coffee. Liking something is a verb. He. Who is liking the coffee? He. Who is doing the action? He. So he is the subject. So you can observe the subject is always before the verb. The object comes after the verb. So he likes coffee. So likes is the verb and coffee is the object. So object is always after the verb. Now based on subject, verb and object, children, we have subject pronoun and object pronoun. Let us know about them. So what is a subject pronoun? A subject pronoun is simply a word that functions as the subject of the sentence. Who or what the sentence is about. So previously we have seen subject is the doer of the action. So in the previous slide, subject was a noun. Now if I have to say subject pronoun, in place of noun, I have to put a pronoun. That becomes the subject pronoun. So let us look at the examples. We are going to the beach. So we is a pronoun. Who is doing the action? We is doing the action. So doer of the action is called subject. And in place of subject, we have pronoun. That's why it's called a subject pronoun. It is an exciting game. What is an exciting game? It. It is a pronoun. So it is a subject pronoun. They seem to be nice. Who are nice? They. What is they? Pronoun. So that's a subject pronoun. So we are using pronouns in the place of subject, in place of nouns. This is the third kind of pronoun, demonstrative pronoun. So demonstration is something which is practically shown. Now demonstrative pronouns are the pronouns, children, which show or which indicate whether the objects or the people or whatever may be, whether the pronouns are near to us or far to us. So whenever you get an indication of something very near to you or far to you, that's a demonstrative pronoun. So how will we know something is near or far? That is using these four demonstrative pronouns. What are they? This, that, these, those. Let me tell you once again, children. This, that, these, those. These are the four demonstrative pronouns, children. They show how near an object is or a person is, or how far an object is or a person is. This object, thing or person nearby you. So when something is near to you, you call it as this pen. So that is near to you. So you are telling this pen. That is singular. If it is plural, these pens. So the pens which are near to you. these. These are few examples where you'll be very clear about the position of pronoun as a subject and also as an object. I kicked the ball. I is the doer of the action and it is a pronoun. It's in subject's place. So that is a subject pronoun. John kicked the ball to me. Me is a pronoun and it's in object's place. So that is called object pronoun. You like to study. Who is doing the action? You. That's in subject's place and it's a pronoun. That's a subject pronoun. John wants to talk to you. You is in object's place and it's a pronoun. That's an object pronoun. Similarly, he eats green cheese. Who is eating? Who is doing the action? He. It's in subject's place and he is a pronoun. So that's a subject pronoun. Mary doesn't like him. Him is a pronoun and it's in object's place, receiving place. So that's an object pronoun. The other examples are she likes ice cream. John kissed her. It bit John. John smashed it. We enjoy going to the movies. The politician lied to us. You're the best students. I wouldn't lie to you. They are not happy. Mary didn't invite them. Observe the sentences carefully and the highlighted red words, children. They show the subject pronouns and the object pronouns. Now, based on pronouns and the three types of pronouns and subject and object pronouns, children, we have grammar exercises in a textbook of lesson 4. Read the sentences. Sheetal plays football. We went to her match yesterday. That is my house. So we, her, that, all these are pronouns because these are the words used in place of a noun. And these make the sentences very presentable and make it very understandable. That's the use of pronoun. Now the types of pronouns are personal pronouns. Example, I, he, she, it, they, we, I, he, you, it, which talk about that particular person or object. Next is possessive pronouns. Mine, hers, ours, yours, theirs, which talk about the possession, ownership or belonging of something. Demonstrative pronouns. This, that, these, those. Only 4 demonstrative pronouns are there which talk about the nearness or farness of an object or a thing. Subject pronoun. When a pronoun acts as a subject, that's called subject pronoun. She is reading. Who is doing the action? She. And it's in subject's place. So she is a subject pronoun in this sentence. Object pronoun. Pronoun which acts as the receiver of the action or object of the action. That's an object pronoun. The teacher saw us. Who is receiving the action? Us. What is us? Pronoun. So this is called object pronoun. A bit. Complete this paragraph with suitable pronouns. As we have learnt about different kinds of pronouns, we have a paragraph to fill with pronouns. Jatin was ready for cricket practice, but he could not find his bat. Jatin is a male, so in place of pronoun, in place of noun, we use he. He could not find his bat. He went to the dressing room and asked his friends, have any one of you seen my bat? Observe, children, how are the pronouns used in place of noun in this paragraph. This is the continuation of the paragraph. No, we haven't, they said. Wait, we will help you look for it. Is this your bat, Jatin? Asked Rana. No, Rana, that's mine, exclaimed Vivek. Is that your bat? The one with the coach? Asked Vivek. Yes, that is my bat. But what is Sir doing with it? Asked Jatin. You forgot to take your bat yesterday. It was lying here on the playground. Please be careful next time, said the coach. So if you see here, there are different kinds of pronouns observed. We, you, it, this, mine, that. These are all the different kinds of pronouns we have revised. We is a personal pronoun. This is a demonstrative pronoun which shows the near object. Mine is a possessive pronoun which shows it belongs to that person. That is a demonstrative pronoun which shows the object which is far. So this is how pronouns are used, children. Now based on subject pronouns and object pronouns, we have an exercise to be done in bit 2, B bit. Look at the underlined pronouns in these sentences. Write whether they are subject pronouns or object pronouns. So subject pronoun is the pronoun which is the doer of the action. Object pronoun is the pronoun which is the receiver of the action. First one is an example done. Tina saw me getting down from the bus. What is Tina here? Doer. That's a subject. What is me here? Receiver. And it's a pronoun. That is object pronoun. She kicked the ball very hard. Who kicked it? She. So what is she? Doing the action. Doer of the action. That's the subject. And it's a pronoun. So it's a subject pronoun. He is going for tennis practice. Who is doing it? Who is going? He. It's the subject. And it's the pronoun. So it's the subject pronoun. George took her to the doctor. Who is receiving the action? Her. And this is the object. As it is a pronoun, it's object pronoun. Rahul's grandfather gave us chocolates. Us is receiving the action. So us is the object and it's a pronoun. So it's an object pronoun. We went to the music festival yesterday. Who went? Who is the doer of the action? We. That's the subject. And it's a pronoun. So that's called a subject pronoun.